Well, hello friends. Today we are going to do a little bit of window management. It's going to be about this window switcher that we have here. And of course I'll have to open up some more windows to make it interesting. So currently I'm pressing down the window key and tab. And I can also go backwards with shift tab. But I can't click on them. And this is super annoying to me because on macOS you can select these with your mouse. And it also annoys me here in the host machine desktop that I can't click on these. It's constantly bothering me. And maybe it's just a little thing, but you gotta take care of those little things, man, because it's the little things that make up the whole. So we are gonna make this work just right. So we'll go in the window switcher class. And I haven't looked at this for a while. I guess, let's see what it's currently doing with key events. So where do you get the key events from? They get sent to you by the window manager class if the switcher is visible. Okay, so this window switcher thingy is owned by the window manager. And he just forwards the key events. So I think we can do the same with the mouse events. So we have process mouse event. And I think if we have, let's see, this is menu handling, but the window switcher, we'll go here, I suppose. So if we have the window switcher up, we'll do on mouse event, something like that. And wait, so how does it currently behave with regards to mouse events when this guy is up? So I can still drag stuff around even though the switcher is up. It's a little bit weird. It might be okay that this becomes modal and you can't interact with windows. At the same time, it is also kind of neat that you can like drag stuff around while this thing is up. I'm not sure what I think about that. Yeah, maybe modal would feel better. We'll see. So we will at least mess with it and see what we can discover. So we'll have an on mouse event that will receive the mouse event on mouse event. And I realize now that we should probably have adapted the mouse event so that it's in coordinates, in like Windows switcher relative coordinates, because right now it's not, and it's going to be a little bit weird. How does this work? He has a switcher window. And when the switcher window gets an event, then it will bubble up to parent. Okay, so we might not need to do this actually. Okay, let's see if we can just piggyback on the regular event handling here. So it would be nice if we didn't have to add this special case here. So let me just put this out. And let's see. If that works, then we are the owner of this event, so we would receive it in event, and it would come up to us in actually, yeah. So this is what we'll do. We'll just virtual void event override, and we'll make you final because we're not going to subclass the window switcher. And I think we can actually get rid of this. This will be better. And we'll replace this with a generic event handler thingy. Okay. If event is type is event mouse something. Do we have something like is mouse event? Oh, here we go. Wait, how do we ask for that? Okay, so static cast the core event to a Windows Server event. Okay, so if it's not a mouse event, then we will just, I guess, ignore it. Okay, got mouse event in switcher. Because event handling in the Windows Server is a little bit unusual, because normally we do all the event handling stuff in libGUI applications, but Windows Server does not use libGUI. Windows Server sits at a lower level, so it has its own event handling, but both libGUI and Windows Server use libcore, and libcore provides the event classes and the event loop, and so both Windows Server and libGUI have core events, but then they have their own event classes on top of that. So sometimes I feel like it would be nice to merge more of that, but it's not super clear what the right path is. But I think it's something that we'll discover the more we work with this stuff, what the right abstractions would be. Okay, now we're getting mouse events in the switcher. That's pretty cool, actually. Okay, so what do we want to do with these? I guess we can say auto mouse event is static cast. Okay. And now if mouse event type is, can even do that. We don't have to qualify that much because we're in the Windows Server namespace. So if the mouse event type is mouse down, I guess we'll switch on mouse down. Now, then we got to figure out if we're hitting one of these rectangleons. And we find them here. Okay, so item rects are computed on the fly when we draw the switcher, it seems like. So we're gonna factor that out. Item rect. And oops, item rect index. And the GFX rect, and we'll return rect like so. Nothing too fancy here. Okay. So maybe we'll make this private, actually. I don't know why all these things are not private. Padding. Oh, it's not const. Well, what kind of madman did not make these const? That's just straight up silly. They clearly don't mutate the state. I mean, what kind of madman made them not const? They should not be mutable. Okay, and we'll make Windows Server and sync and run. Just to see that we're still good. But I think that this should just be a matter of figuring out which window that we're hitting. So something like Windows. Oh. So the rect, the item rect is this item rect. Hi. And then if the item rect contains the mouse event position, then we know that this is the one. So we got to break out of the loop. And we also want to, how do we activate the window? I guess we look at what this guy does. When we tab, what happens when we press tab? This code is a little hard to follow. So if the key is not tab, then we hide the window switcher. But if it is tab, then we go here. So that's not very well structured for readability here. Okay, so we're switching the mSelected index, advancing it forward or backward depending on the shift key. So I think we can ignore the shift key. We don't need to advance here. We want to pick like a specific selected index. So let's see, select window at index I. Let's put this in a helper so we can do it the same way. And here we'll say like new selected index. Okay, and then select window at index, new selected index. Okay, and then we'll do all of that junk in this helper. Assert that the index is I mean, actually, this thing will assert for us, so we don't need to do that here. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Let's just make a private for that. Okay. Index, and then we'll do mSelected index as index. Okay. So the windows are stored in a vector here. A vector of weak pointers to window. Window is a Windows Server object that represents a whole window in the Windows Server. Very imaginative class name. So let's make a few new windows, and look at that. We can clicky click them. And this still works as well, so we can still interact with stuff. But, oh, and clicking one switches it to being active, but this one, it remains on top because it's currently highlighted here. That's really rather strange, because when I'm clicking here, then the highlight here switches, but the highlight, like this one is more red because it's like the highlighted window. But I feel like when we click on a window and the switcher is up, the thing we click on should become the highlighted window as well, because it becomes highlighted in the switcher. So yeah, there's a little bit of a desync there between those two things. So we'll fix that, but at least let's commit this first. So Windows Server. Allow clicking on windows in the Windows switcher. This it always bugged me that we had to. I don't have to say that it always bugged me, but you can now switch between windows using your mouse and the window switcher. Using your mouse. Click them in the I don't know. It's a nice thing. I like it. But that highlight window thing. So we have highlight window. So currently, for example, when we set this here, right, select window at index, we call it set highlight window with the window that we're selecting, and we want that to also happen if the switcher is up and a window becomes active because we click on it. So that will be in the window manager code. Process mouse event. Let's see, we have the move to front and make active, right? So I think everything will come through this code path. So it's easier to just deal with this one. So if somebody calls move window manager move to front and make active for a window, then I think if we have the switcher up, we can just make this the highlighted window as well. So if mSwitcher is visible, set highlight window. And we'll take the address. That feels like sane. So what happens if we bring a few of these guys and then I click, and now he's the highlighted one, just like he's. Wait a minute, he's wrong. This is wrong. Frick. When I click on these guys, okay, so, oh, the window stack changes order. So this thing is showing the window stack in order. It's a bit awkward. System monitor. Why is it still? This is not right. Okay, so this one is Frontmost. It's not Frontmost. It's just an illusion, right? So this one is Frontmost, but the highlight window is drawn as if it is Frontmost temporarily while it's highlighted. Right. So if I switch to another window, it becomes highlighted here. Damn it. What the heck is the intuitive thing here? I can't I can't decide. This type of stuff is kind of tricky to get right, because I'm not even really sure what the wrong behavior is that I don't like. How to like define it, or how to articulate what the wrong thing is. So if this thing is Frontmost right now. Okay, so if I highlight this guy, but then I drag this guy right here, who is not Frontmost either, then everything's all messed up because he's now Frontmost, but the terminal is selected in the switcher. Very strange. So when we move to front, should we update the switcher? Is that the problem? Refresh. Maybe we should refresh the switcher if it's up when something moves to front. Maybe that's what's screwing this up, because it's confusing. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Terminal is frontmost. So I'll bring this guy up for no reason. And now he is frontmost, as we can see here. But system monitor is highlighted in the switcher. Why is that? Maybe when we click on a window, we should highlight it in the switcher. There's no way to do that right now. We can add an API to do it from the outside. So select window. And then let's see. Window switcher, select window. And then we'll just iterate through the windows. And if windows add time is window, I'm sorry, how about that then? Then select window at index. Add. Return. Okay. And then here, well, not only will we set highlight window, but we will also, we'll refresh first and then set highlight window second. Switcher select window, the newly fronted actived window. Gotta figure out how to make this feel right, because if something like this does not feel right, then it's this little thing that just wears on you and like irritates you, and over time those things add up, and it's better to address them, I think. So system monitor is frontmost, so file manager is highlighted, but if we now start dragging terminal becomes frontmost and also highlighted here. So that's pretty neat. When we click, oh, what happened? Ooh, what happened to system monitor? We got an assertion in the splitter widget. Wow. How did we manage to do that? Oh, seems like we have a bug if you put the cursor exactly on that row of pixels. It's probably something I should look into, but not right now. Okay. But other than that, this behavior I think is pretty okay. I'm just thinking, if the switcher is up, should we not make things frontmost just because you click on them? I feel like that's probably still what you want. Okay, let's do this way. This is definitely feeling better than what we had before. So Windows Server. Update window switcher selection when making when moving window to front. Update window switcher when moving. If the window switcher is up when a window is made frontmost, usually by clicking on it, the window will now become selected in the switcher. This will now become the selected window in the switcher. Yeah. This still has a slight feeling of but is definitely better than what we had before. Okay, making progress. This is very nice. Kind of thinking, should we have some kind of hover effect? I guess that might be interesting. We don't really have that in other areas of the UI. We have these, like these Office 97 cool bar effect here. We could definitely do something like that. Just draw this little frame, button-looking frame. We could try it. Let's see. Window switcher. We would have to have a hovered index as well, so we'll put that in the event handling code here. Let's see. I guess it's as simple as we'll just always compute the index, actually. So hovered index -1. If hovered index, then ignore. Okay. And then we look at the event types. So if it's a mouse down, then we can select the hovered index. We should call this new hovered index. Okay, and if it's mouse move, then we'll just save this in m hovered index. Okay, and we'll put him next to m selected index. Like that maybe. Okay, and then all we have to do is just check if we are drawing the currently selected one in the window switcher draw function here. What is this? Drawing the little icon, drawing the text. Where do we fill the rect with the selected color? Fill rect. This is the selected color thing right here. So this is the non-selected path. So if index is m hovered index, style painter or can we get the style painter from here, please? Oh wait, I already had that. Shit. Maybe it's not style painter it's style painter something else. It's GFX style painter. Paint button painter. Item rect, palette, GFX, button style, cool bar. Look at that. Pressed, no, hovered, true. This is going to be so super duper tight. Just the tightest button look is what I'm expecting. And I realized that we forgot to invalidate on index change. So let's see. We'll deal with this one first, I think. So if it's a mouse move, then that. And if mHovered index is not new hovered index, then we'll set the new one. And how do we redraw? Redraw? Just call it draw. That's how you do that? Okay. Well, we can do it that way. Whatever. And, oh yeah, no, let the thing carry on. Okay. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. Okay, now this guy right here is currently looking all hovered. It looks a little bit neat, I have to admit, but it's laggy and weird. What the heck? Why is it laggy and weird? Oh, because we're not invalidating. Of course. Because we can redraw all we want, but if we don't tell anyone to update us, then nothing's going to happen. So we'll make a helper. This code has not been written in the most expressive way, so we are upgrading it as we go here. Like, clearly, redraw is more expressive than draw followed by invalidate. So we'll put this in a helper. And we'll see if somebody else is calling draw followed by invalidate. Nope, just us two. Okay, well, that's fine. Somebody calling this from the outside? Yes, there is somebody doing that. Who calls draw window switcher, I wonder? Nobody. That's great. We can do a little bit of cleanup soon here. So redraw. I think this will be good. Because I really feel like it's a good thing to signal that something is interactive by doing something subtle like popping up this cool bar button effect. It doesn't have to be huge, but it has to be something. So now we got this right here. Wait, why is it so slow all of a sudden? Why is it so slow all of a sudden? Refresh. Refresh followed by invalidate. So refresh doesn't always invalidate. That's kind of strange. We should probably make refresh just do a redraw. And then we don't have to care about this part. Simplifies this. Because it's weird that you refresh the thing and then you have to wait for something else to update the screen. The heck? It's still slow. Why is it so slow? Okay. Who is responsible for these invalidations? Let's see. Let's see at least that the invalidations are happening. Because okay, I don't know what that is. Invalidation tells Windows Server to redraw a part of the screen. So, oh, what the heck? Where is that coming from? Okay. I want to see who's doing this to us. Okay, so we get refresh, but then it just redraws over and over. That's a bit strange. Refresh. I guess we are more aggressively refreshing now, which we could definitely do less of. We could also make refreshing a bit smarter. So cause refresh if needed. Client connection. Okay, so every time that somebody paints himself, we'll do a refresh if needed. Well, this is certainly aggressive. So, well, we don't even have to make this less aggressive right now. I just want to not be so slow. So when I clickety-click, we do a redraw on hover. Select window at index does not read. Oh shit, I forgot. I just forgot to put that here after I moved it up. God, I'm such a silly guy sometimes, huh? Okay, that's why it was slow. And then we can also fix all of that goofy slowness and extra work at some point, but we're gonna have to fix everything right now. But this is really neat. Okay. Yep. Oh yeah. Very, very good. Let's try a different theme. Tasteful. Let's bring up this guy right here. Not bad. It's a little bit weird that you can't see the text in this theme normally, but maybe we don't have to solve that right now. It's an issue with the way that we compute the disabled text, I think. Anyway, let's bring out Conrad's beautiful hot dog stand theme here. All right. Gorgeous. Holy moly. That is so pretty. Okay, cool. I am happy with this. So let's see. This was just hover changes, right? So draw a cool bar border. around on the around, let's say, yeah, covered switcher item. This gives a small but nice indication that the switcher switcher list items, switcher window list items are clickable. Yeah. Okay, and then we could get rid of, we can make this not public, right? And then somebody was calling this, even though they didn't need to, draw window switcher, which nobody uses. So let's get rid of that. Oh wait, let me zoom to the definition. Declaration. I keep mixing up definition and declaration. Okay, that's just a nice little standalone change here. Windows server, remove unused window manager. I forgot what it was called. Draw window switcher. Cool. And is there something else I wanted to do since we were mucking around here anyway? I guess we can make all these things private. I don't know why they have to be public. They don't seem to be useful to the public. So is somebody using this? Nobody's using that. Select a window. It's only used internally. Select window. We know that that one is called from the outside. Then we have show, hide, which is a bit weird since we also have set visible. But I guess that's okay. Yeah, all right. Make some window switcher members private. And does everything still compile? Yes, it does. Okay, so I think we're going to be done here for today's video, but after that little bit of confusion there, I feel like we got back on track and managed to come up with pretty nice improvements, I have to say. Of course, clicking on windows, I'm still not completely sure that this is the right behavior, but maybe it's okay. But this feels really, really right, so that's awesome. And yeah, it becomes hovered if you like click away from it with the tab key. Very, very good. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna stop here for today. So if you made it this far, then I thank you for watching, for hanging out, and I hope you saw something interesting here. And I appreciate the company while I work on these little things too, because some days it's big features, some days it's polishing small ones, but I try to do something that matters every day, and that's how we get forward. So thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you next time. Bye.